If you've been playing for months now, but still haven't figured out how to get from this to this, this video is for you, because I'm going to share with you the 5 tips that if you incorporate into their practice that you want to follow to take your piano skills to the next level. Tip number 1, focus on what you do wrong. Too many times I saw people at my school ask themselves and their teachers, why? Don't they improve when they practice every day, do their scales, arpeggios, and whatever else some guy on YouTube told them to do? When in reality, they needed to ask themselves a simple question. Why do I keep on practicing the first 2 bars of Fantasy Impromptu when that's easier than tripping a blind man who forgot their way home from knitting class? It's because it's easy and fun. Instead of practicing those 2 or 3 or 10 easy bars over and over again because it feels good to keep on getting something right, you want to focus on the difficult stuff, the stuff that you can't get right on the first try or second try or 1,000th try. Moreover, you really don't want to start a new piece by just trying to plow through the first couple of bars over and over until you're satisfied with something that sounds like crap. Instead, it'll be best for you to listen closely to the pieces you want to learn before practicing, so you know the difficult parts, and then when you finally receive that sweet blue book from the mail, you can systematically annihilate the hardest parts of the score. Tip number 2, consistency over quality over quantity. The pianist who practices all right 30 minutes a day will beat the pianist that practices 2 hours once a week very well will beat the pianist who practices it. Confused? You don't have to be, I'll explain. You've all heard that quality is prioritized over quantity, meaning that a medium amount of practice that you put focus into improving with will give you way more returns per unit of time spent as opposed to a practice session that looks like this. But even more important than the quality of your practice is practice consistency. This is because each time you practice, you fatten up the myelin sheath around the nerves in that noggin of yours, thus increasing how well your brain works. But if you don't practice piano enough, your brain will become fitter and less fat, which is indeed a bad thing. So instead of slogging through a 4-hour practice session once a month when you happen to feel motivated, discipline yourself. Set a daily timer to practice the piano for just 10 minutes or 5 minutes a day with this next tip I'm about to give you so that way you can maximize your practice efficiency. Pause the video and do it right now, seriously. Tip number 3, put your mind into it. Now, I've covered this in a previous video, but this 2019 study that I'm just now leaving down in the description shows that by focusing on the muscles involved in a bench press while exercising, those muscles were led to greater activation levels. For pianists, this news is pure gold, because although studies are yet to be led on this idea in regards to music, it implies that if we take the initiative and put effort into focusing not only on the music that we play, but by the way our fingers, wrists, elbows are moving while we practice, we can teach our brain that muscle memory is important and allow ourselves to progress to that sweet unconscious competence level that is much quicker. Tip number 4, do what you love. If you decide to choose piano, great. If you've decided to study classical music, even better according to me. But it'll all be for naught if you don't actually like what you're doing. Becoming good, really good, and at what you do is down to consistency, quality of practice, active feedback, but most importantly, love for the art. It is the most saddening to see someone who has loved doing a skill or playing an instrument for months or years only to succumb to boredom or drop off when they find that they've been redirected towards a part of the niche that they never enjoyed. Now, I'm not saying to say screw you to your teacher if they make you try something outside of your comfort zone. Trying new things is a huge part of this bad boy right here. But if you're stuck in a classical land when you actually love the world of jazz or pop or ragtime or country, then more power to you. Go with that, because I don't want to see any of you guys quit the game that we're all in together. Tip number 5, relax. All right, I'm sure we've all heard the story. The one where this dude, Franz Liszt, locked himself in a room for 10 years and proceeded to emerge as the indomitable piano god that we all know today because he practiced 14 hours a day and slept and ate and worked and kissed the keys goodbye every night, only to sneak out and cuddle with it until dawn broke. Don't do that. Instead, take time out of your day or even your piano session to relax, contemplate, breathe deeply, sip some tea, whatever gets you feeling happy vibes. Even while practicing, don't forget to occasionally remind yourself to relax your muscles, regain your focus, and breathe slowly so you can get back into the flow of things. Like Master Uguay said, and so many other great minds, a mind like calm water can clearly see what an agitated mind can't. If you made it this far, congratulations. You've shown yourself that you are actually willing to put effort into your piano journey. If you want to show even more initiative to put yourself ahead of others and show some thanks for the hard work that I put into this video, I would appreciate if you could stick around for a while and tell me about your piano journey in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.